It was a quiet day, like any other day. In the quiet plaza of San Jacinto, nothing ever seemed to happen. The days just dragged on, one bleeding into the next in an ever lengthening stretch of time. In San Jacinto, the only thing that seemed to happen was the dry season, the monsoons that would come and leave everybody stuck inside where they couldn't enjoy the town plaza, had to subsist on jackfruit and the stories of their elders from times past. Everyone had the same stories, but they relished them just the same. And nothing ever seemed to quite change.
So hate being inside again.
It is the way of things. There's nothing we can do, actually.
I know. I've put away lots of food, hoping for a good short season of the monsoons prior to when things go ahead and will turn warm again. We need it to turn warm again.
It will, Clara. You have to have faith. It will. It will. And then we'll go out and plant and make sure that we have enough food for the rest of the seasons.
You're always such an optimist, Sam. You're always such an optimist.
I do what I can to keep you happy.
Yeah, I'm so lucky I have you, Sam. I'm so lucky I have you.
Well, I'm lucky I have you too. Your smile brightens my day.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. I'm so glad. I am so glad that we make such a great team together. And it is so important too. We've got the ritual carrot ceremony to be doing.
Yes. I look forward to that. I look forward to that a lot.
Yes. Is it time yet?
I think so.
Yes. It's definitely time. Here's the carrots.
Thank you. Shake them out. Shake them out. And call to the carrot gods. Call to the carrot gods. Call to the
Carrot gods. Carrot gods. Ah, please.
Zoom out. The little girl, Belinda, who's sitting on her mom's lap. She's just jumped up on her mom's lap for the evening storybook time. And they're reading her favorite book, which she's read, her mom's read to her 100 times. It's a book about a small village where there's farming and all these wonderful, obscure traditions with juices and all these wonderful things that Belinda had never heard of in her little suburb in New York State. And she's intrigued, and the two of them have so much fun just talking and imagining what would it be like to live in this little village. So when they do their gardening, they imagine that they live in this farming village far, far away. And whenever Belinda climbs on her mom's lap, she says, I want that story. And the two of them just laugh and they imagine that the two of them live in that village.
You remember this? I can't believe she kept it all these years. Are you okay, Thomas? It'll be all right. We will do what our family always does at these times. We'll honor her. Maybe I'll read this book. Thomas, this isn't like you. You're never quiet. You're always trying to run the show. I don't want to do this by myself.
We're not alone. Don't you hear the voices?
That's just the attic creaking, Thomas. You know how that old room is.
No, they're here.
Are they happy, Thomas? Well then, just let them be. You're not coming with me, are you? You're staying here. You don't want to leave them, do you? It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be good company. They'll make you happy. It's been a long time since you've been happy, Tom. I'm happy for you. Is it okay if I come visit? I'll read you this book, remember?
They say yes. Just send a message first.
I'll do that, Thomas. But now I have to go.
In the town of Recuerdos, they say that there are ghosts living among the people in the town. Everybody believes that they live there. Actually, in the house of the corner in front of the church, Gonzalo lives with his mother. And in the garden, there is their great grandfather that is always cutting the flowers and looking outside to the main square. He died a long time ago, but he's still there because he loves his garden, so he decided to stay. Gonzalo sometimes brings his coffee outside and talks to him. He loves to hear the old stories of the town, when the town was created, when the first inhabitants arrived bringing these big wooden cars and bringing the first objects to the town, the objects that actually build the town for the first time. And he remembers one of his favorite stories is the first time he saw a brick. They started making bricks there, and the first house was replaced by an actual brick house, because the first houses were built just with wood and natural materials from the area. His great grandfather misses those houses because he lived in one of them. He slept in hammocks and he enjoyed the breeze coming and moving the hammocks. Gonzalo always dreams that one day he will be able to revisit those houses, and he dreams to sleep in a hammock.
Flowers are so beautiful.
They've been here since my grandmother's time. Back when Ristretto was just a little mud village.
Yes. Yes. And I still dream about that.
You have the dreams?
I have the dreams.
Oh. They've been in our family for so many generations, but they usually skip one.
They've
I
come
love
down
your-
to my generation.
Oh. It's beautiful. Tell me of your dreams. Tell me of your dreams of the old days.
It's the dreams of sitting here in the brick and the stone and laying in the breeze with a hammock going and
Yes.
just laying there and being able to feel the coolness as a way out of the summer heat and watching the flowers and looking at them grow. The purples and the reds and all the different shades of green. I can't believe how many different colors of green there are that make up each flower and each fern.
Well, they're bigger now than they were when I was small, when they were just planted, but we put them special outside your house because it was the first house. The
Yes.
first one in all of the village. And it was a special place. We all used to gather there on Carrot Day. You remember, yes?
I remember.
Yes.
And I remember the carrot day and the gods of the carrots protecting us through the monsoon season into the planting season.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Tell me the story again. Tell me the story of how we got the house. I always loved you. You tell that story so well.
But you do too. And I'm here to listen to you as well. I just love this time together with you.
Nobody else sees me.
But
Not
I
anymore.
do, and I know.
I know.
And it's so important to me.
You're important to me.
I know. It's a really good relationship we have together.
Here. For the house?
The house. And I love the smells and all the different scents that I'm hearing. It is so good.
feel somehow full of joy.
I feel it too. It's almost overwhelming.
Those spirits have come today to us. You and me.
I
I-
never thought I would actually feel them and hear them and you could smell them.
We thought we would be full of grief forever.
Oh, I'm so glad not to mourn anymore.
It doesn't mean that those we've lost have lost meaning in us.
No. Now they're here in so many ways. It's like we've all come back together again. A family, a real family. How long has that been?
I feel that they're actually alive in us now.
They are.
Instead of dead in us, they're alive in us.
Yes. It's not just me imagining it's their actual essence, and it's infusing me and telling me, you know, it's okay. You're not alone. You're not alone.
I'm so glad we walked this path together. I would not want to walk it alone.
Thank you for holding my hand. It means something, that physical touch, you know? We've been estranged for a while now, and just that touch made me feel like we went back in time and we're together again. I hoped for this day for so long.
Thank you, Deidre.
I've missed you.
Me too. I've missed me.
Did you hear that? It was like Grandpa's rooster calling.
Maybe it was Grandpa.
Well, he just kind of jumped out of bed, in my mind. I think it was real.
That was definitely Grandpa.
Let's go get some ice cream.
Grandpa's favorite color, mint chocolate chip.
Yes! Absolutely. He'll be so happy.
We pull back from these two reuniting souls. We scan the countryside of San Jacinto, up on the hill where an ancient cemetery lies. Headstones broken, some fresh, but most of them ancient and hardly legible. Night has fallen on this small village, and yet there is still a lone figure obscured in the gloom who seems to be kneeling, and although by themselves they seem to not be alone, there is a conversation going on in this small cemetery.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you visiting me. It's not your time.
Well, I told you, I left, I tried to give you signs, I turn off all your candles at home. I also wrote on the windows, and you didn't pay any attention to my signal.
I thought I had just a little bit more, you know. I thought that it wasn't time for death yet, and I guess I should have listened.
You never listened.
No.
And now that you know your time has come and that I came for you, what's your feeling? What do you think about your life?
I feel like it just stretched on and on, day after day, one day bleeding into the next. I wish I could have just another minute just to appreciate it, just to say goodbye. It just feels like nothing changed because I was here.
You're starting to remember your past lives then.
Yes. I remember being here in San Jacinto when the first brick houses were built. And I remember gardens. I remember the mayor's house. Yes. Oh, we had such a party that day with the carrots. We had a good harvest that year. And then when I was a boy, and we had books for the first time.
Yes.
I remember. I wish I had read more.
That's how it works, Gonzalo. We move from life to life in the same family. So you were your great-grandfather. We are all the same. We just pass life through life. That's why you can speak with him so strong, and you feel such a connection with him. You've been the same person, you've been evolving, and that's why now you are remembering everything. You founded this town. San Jacinto was part of your dreams, and now look at the town.
The dreams, the dreams, they all make sense now. Does anybody really understand it? Does anybody really know what the meaning of all the dreams and the lives while they're really living it?
Not everyone. I tried to send messages, but not everyone reads them.
I hope my daughter pays attention to the candles and the dreams.
Oh, she's doing it. Don't worry about her, she's doing a great job. How about you and me go for a last drink in the bar, the center of the town? You can have your rum as usual. Maybe we can have a last chess game and then we go. What do you think?
I think it sounds great as long as my great grandfather gets to come along with.
Of course he will. Of course he will.
Great.
Let's go, Gonzalo. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, everyone. Great show.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Everyone, we are.